Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to take a detailed look on this Seiko 2020 Baby Alpinist with the reference number SPB155J1. Seiko does not really call this watch the Seiko Alpinist or even the Baby Alpinist. Many in the watch community are calling this the Baby Alpinist because of its resemblance to SPB155J1. The last pre-Prospex Seiko Alpinist, as many would call it. This watch, it shares the gold accented hands, cathedral hour hand, and the most well-known green dial, albeit with a different shade now. I did a review of the SPB155J1 back in the early days of the channel. I'll put a link somewhere if you are interested to check that old video out. So let's jump right into the dimensions of the watch. The watch comes with a case diameter of 38mm and it has a thickness of 13.1mm. The lug to lug distance is 46mm and it comes with a 20mm lug width. The watch has vertically brushed finishing at the top that I think it matches the vertically brushed bracelet, which we will talk about later on in the video. It has a high polished bezel and the crown sits at the 3 o'clock positions and the sides are high polished. The crown is a screw down crown, giving it a 200 meters of water resistance, but it is unsigned however. Given the higher price point of this watch, one would expect Seiko to at least sign the crown, but nope. The watch has a domed sapphire crystal with AR coating, and I'm guessing that it is a double dome sapphire crystal due to the magnification effect of the dial. The dial is certainly wonderful here. On the SARP 017, the green might be too bright or ostentatious to some, but on this piece, the textured fume dial tones the green down a whole lot better. Comparing this gradient green to the sunburst green of the SARP 017, this piece would be a whole lot more versatile in my opinion. The hour markers are just printed on this piece rather than applied, which I would normally complain, but I think the toned down custard colored markers wins over the gold applied markers on the SARP 017. In terms of versatility. The only gold here are on the hands and applied Seiko logo that I think it is just right. The tiny red tip on the second hand also gives some pop to the overall watch, yet it is not overdone. Just perfect in my opinion. The black lead wheel also blends in the textured dial rather well here. I just love how the entire watch face is executed here. Sure, Seiko might have just do away with the X logo, but hey, I'm still okay with that. The texts are all printed in the same custard color as the hour markers, and they are just yummy in my opinion. There are some bluish Lumi-Bright lume on the hands as well as the dots around the hour markers. Gone are the inner rotating compass bezel. It is replaced by this nicely done railway-like minute marker around the dial. Alright, so this is how the bluish Lumi-Bright looks on this green dial Seiko Baby Alpinist here. I think it's quite clever for Seiko to put a bluish lume on a green dial watch. But anyway, it's not that we can see that green in the dark anyway, but I still guess that it's a cool move. The bracelet is an oyster style bracelet that looks like the one on the SARP 033 or 035, but they are not the same. It does suffers from the lack of micro adjustment here, but I think I'm lucky as I am able to get this watch to fit my wrist without much issue here. Well, as usual, solid links, solid end links, and machine clasp. One key factor that brings up the price besides the AR coated sapphire crystal, the solid end links, the machine clasp is this new movement. This watch is powered by the new 6R35 movement. This movement was introduced in March this year, 2020. It is a better version of the well-respected 6R15. The new 6R35 has a power reserve of 70 hours, which is 20 hours more than the 6R15. It beats at 21,600 beats per hour, and this movement has an accuracy of -15 to +25 seconds per day. Well, we will pop this watch on a time grapher before we jump to the wrist shot. Right, so this watch has an average of +9 to +14 seconds per day, which is within the rated accuracy specs. For I think for an unregulated movement, I think it is quite good. But if you're particularly like sensitive about, you want an accurate watch, you can send this like to a watchmaker to have this regulated, or you can do this regulation on your own if you have the right knowledge and the right tools. Alright, this is how the watch looked on my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist. I think it will fit a lot nicer on a slightly larger wrist. I guess a lot of watches do. And the double dome sapphire crystal does magnify the dial a little bit, making the watch look slightly bigger. On my small wrist, the 46mm lug-to-lug distance is almost at the edge, but I think it's still okay here. All in all, I'm very happy with this purchase. When the watch was first announced earlier this year, I had been bugging the owners of my favorite watch shop about it and following up almost every month. Sure, some might argue that this is not the real Alpinist, but you know what? I bought this watch, it's not because of the name, but how it looks, and I absolutely love the look of the watch. Alright, that's it for this video. If you're new to my channel, please help by subscribing to my channel. It does really help me a lot. And you can also follow me on my Instagram at gfw_watch for more watch pictures. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.